Hello folks, my name is Chris, but you can call me Ganhu or Chris, it doesn't matter. This is another installment of Phoning It In. I had a plan for a video this week and then I didn't record it, and now I feel like it probably served me better if I waited to do that video. So this week, I'm gonna be looking at negative reviews of movies that I love on Letterboxd. Before we get started, just want to mention a few things. Click the link tree, join my Discord, like this video, subscribe for more, and this video is brought to you by two things. My second channel where I upload stream highlights, you should go subscribe to it, and my Patreon. The link is in the description. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this we're not going in order of like, this is definitely my favorite film ever. This is just the first 5-star reviewed film that Letterboxd is throwing at me. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Most of the ratings are 5-star reviews, and that is 588,000 reviews claiming that it's a 5-star movie, and those are 588,000 correct people. So let's go ahead and see who could have possibly given this film a half-star review and isn't joking about it. This movie gave me a headache and a panic attack. Doesn't count as a Spider-Man movie that feels racially motivated. Shitty fucking frame rate, worse than a Ghibli movie. Grow up. That is the point of animated movies. They're supposed to have kinda low frame rate. Nicolas Cage carried this movie while it put me in the 7 stages of grief. Yeah, I couldn't even get through that. Nicolas Cage carried this movie? Bro, you're gonna hate the sequel. He's not even in that one. All I can say is Miles Morales is the most generic character ever. Just a black Spider-Man, which there is nothing wrong with that. Just make him interesting. Give him personality, character traits, etc. They even have to add more powers to him just for him to be barely closer to being somewhat cool next to the other Spider-Men. They gotta stop making Spider-Man movies after this, or wait enough to make them good again. This marks the only bad Nicolas Cage movie to exist. And that's how I know you are full of shit. Con Air exists. Fuck you. That one, we're not gonna get a whole lot of negative reviews because it's just gonna be people being racist but claiming not to be racist or flat out stupid. So I'm not even gonna keep entertaining that one. Let's go with something a little more brain teasery, something that picks your brain a little bit. The Lighthouse. The first review I see just says, I don't get it. Thank you for being honest. In the end, it becomes obvious that everyone involved in making this were obsessed with the idea of making a cool movie, as the film struggles to justify its existence throughout its entire runtime. That's like such a nothing sentence. That's like so like, oh, just fucking say you didn't like it. Don't say something needs to justify it being existed. No art ever, not even like the most derivative fucking popcorn movie ever, has to justify its existence. Plane does not have to justify its existence. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Nothing ever has to do that. Just say you don't like the movie. What the fuck was this movie? It felt like it was trying to be every AP Lit teacher's wet dream in black and white. This movie was all over the place and just threw in random shit for shock value. I did not need to see the vampire guy beating it 3 different times. Beating it 3 different times and see some mermacy. I absolutely lost it at the scene of the seagull getting murked. It's funny because they have a baby pictures or profile picture that was taken 2 days ago. That is when they took that picture. Go fucking back to Warzone, dude. You're 16. They don't get any smarter after half star. This just says, really old movie, but one boy kind of looks like Batman and the other kind of looks like Green Goblin. It was weird and not that good. Uncut gems. Sorry, these are a bunch of fucking film bro ass movies here. Who gave it 1 star on my friends list? Huh? No, it wasn't you. Wait, did you? Did you give a 1-star review to this movie? This is the Sandler film I will recommend to anyone so they never want to watch another Adam Sandler film ever again. Unless your kink is to hear Adam Sandler yell for 2 hours, then it's an honest form of torture on the eyes and ears. I understand folks not liking this movie because they don't like the Safdie brothers' style of direction, and if you especially hate Adam Sandler, I can't imagine you would like this movie. So as unfair as I think half star is, I understand. I understand for some people not jiving with this. Is this film even fucking English? All the dialogue I can make out is various swear words. And how the fuck am I an hour into this film? The plot is all over the place. At home with dad. Stopped watching are the tags. Thank you for the context. I don't know. What the hell? I don't get why everyone wants to suck this movie's dick, and I'm willing to admit that. Sometimes you have to look at these people's, their activity to see what their mind really is like. You can't just take at face value what they're ranking your favorite movies. Okay, they gave A Bug's Life 3.5 stars. They rated Green Lantern 1.5 stars. Okay, you have a brain. Fight Club 4.5. Ooh. Why? This one just says, snooze fest. Am I allowed to say that you were like, or having a fucking panic attack the whole time we watched that movie? You wouldn't call it a snooze fest, would you?
No, not quite.
Yeah.
Probably the exact opposite.
Yeah. That is maybe one of the most unfair things I think you could say about this movie. It's not fucking boring. Even if you personally don't like it, it's not boring. I think you gotta be, I don't know, on meth to think that it's boring. Disney Pixar's Soul. I really like this movie. It's not a lot of people's favorites. It's got some fair criticism, but I personally think it is one of Pixar's best movies. Better than fucking Incredibles, and it is my favorite Pixar movie ever. I think this one's better. I fell asleep within the first 20 minutes in broad daylight with no blanket or pillow. In broad daylight, no blanket, no pillow, were you having a picnic? This movie gave me an existential crisis and panic attacks. So yeah, not a fan. I don't even want to say that's completely unfair. Like, if you're easily upset or triggered by movies that deal with certain topics, like, I'm not gonna hold that against you for disliking the movie. But like, everyone has different parameters for how they rank and review shit. So call me a little biased, but I think giving Soul a 0.5 star on Letterboxd because it gave you a panic attack because you started thinking about life, I think that's a little unfair. Trust me, there are movies more mature than a Pixar movie about a little blue guy that deal with topics like this. So that's all I gotta say about that. But I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you are only watching movies that you want to watch. Don't make assholes like me pressure you into watching other films. Just enjoy your movies. A couple of idiots in my class like this movie way too much, so now I hate it. What a weak mindset. You are such a pussy to let other people's opinions shape your opinion on a thing just because you think something's overrated. Dude, fuck you. Empire Strikes Back. This is gonna be some dumb shit, dude. It's Empire Strikes Back. It's not even Last Jedi. This is like the least controversial. I mean, at the time it was, but this is the least controversial Star Wars movie to have an opinion on. Graphics very poor and low frame rate. Frankly, insulted by the 480 resolution and constant frame drops and lag. Dev needs to do better. Dude, you are so funny. This person just says Mulan 2. I haven't seen Mulan 2. Is this Mulan 2? Does this have a similar plot? Well, what happens in Mulan 2?
I don't remember. I know that it's about them trying to get married and then everything keeps like getting in the way, and I do think that there are a lot of like explosions. Oh
yeah, and she gets her hand cut off and she finds out the guy who did it is actually her father. Yeah. I started to think that people are giving this series high ratings because it reminds them of their childhood or something, because there is no other reason I can think of. Again, a lot of these, I can just sum up a lot of people giving shit reviews to obviously good movies by saying it's probably just not for you, dude. To say that there's like nothing redeemable about Empire Strikes Back, though, is a little odd. Granted, it is a sequel to a movie, and automatically, like, that requires a lot of extra reading, a lot of extra viewing. You have to go watch the original Star Wars, but it's one of the most highly acclaimed movies ever. And to say that it's a 0.5 star review, it's got nothing to offer. Yeah, sure, it's your opinion, but I think you're not giving it its roses. You're not giving it its fair due. Now we are on to what is literally my favorite movie in the fucking world, Jurassic Park. This person says, I hate this film with my whole heart. It's not even finished yet. This is the worst thing I've ever watched. These characters are so fucking weird and annoying. Literally, shut the fuck up. I'm going insane. And they have a Timothée Chalamet meme as their profile picture, so I'm going to assume that they probably work minimum wage somewhere and probably will for the rest of their life. That's just what I assume goes on in their neck of the woods. That was mean. I deserve it, though. Plot is fairly clear. Premise is quite good and unique, if far-fetched. Good soundtrack. Script and some romantic dramatic moments can be very on the nose. Good story flow. Malcolm is a dumb character. Has many action and plot conveniences, especially in the third act. Has heavy Spielbergian execution and tropes. Possibly Spielberg's best film, which unfortunately suffers due to content and aforementioned weakness. Rating F. Dude, you suck. This movie was all right. It has some redeeming qualities that I very clearly lay out and open the review with. I pay for Letterboxd, so you know I probably watch a lot of movies, or I think I know what I'm talking about in movies, which is why I'm giving it a half-star review. Holy shit, you're annoying. I'm not gonna go on a rant about people disliking Steven Spielberg because I get it. I understand. Steven Spielberg himself, I don't believe to be a hack, but he has many hacky qualities, such as releasing The Post and Ready Player One in the same year. I think I made mention to that already in a previous video, but I will always mention it. Why the fuck did you do that, Steven? This person is keeping it $1.50. I hate dinosaurs. You know what? I got really mad at somebody for giving Spider-Verse the same score for hating superheroes, but if you hate dinosaurs, bro, I'm sorry. Like, a movie called Jurassic Park ain't for you.
Are they like a creationist? Like, why would you hate that?
I hate dinosaurs. A creationist? I hate dinosaurs. Like, this goes against my religion. I don't It's like, it's a it's fake. Why does it have to go along with your religion? It's fake. I find it difficult to understand why I should give a damn when some rich white kids whose egotistical grandpa has brought dinosaurs back from extinction to make money off of it are scared to death when they are face to face with one of those lovely living toys and are about to be crushed by a car. I really don't. It was just horrible to sit through. Not in a good way, of course. Holy shit. That is like the worst way I think you can ever look at this movie. You're doing like a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of assuming. That's a lot of headcanon I just read. I don't understand how I'm supposed to care about children being in mortal danger because their grandpa put them in danger. Okay, you monster. That's a bad situation for anybody to be in. That is like such like a no fucking empathy way of looking at the world. That makes me worried about like how you see anybody in bad situations. You have no empathy. I think you might be a bad person. I gave The Nice Guys a 5 out of 5. I don't believe that is a perfect movie. That is definitely a pure vibes sort of score, but we're gonna see what other people have to say about The Nice Guys. Shit movie. Funny, but absolute dog shit. If it's funny, you gotta give it a little more than half a star. It's worth something. It's a comedy. If the comedy you watched was funny, it's probably doing its job, no? Okay, this is funny. This is funny. Men with strong opinions about family court will no doubt enjoy this movie. Yeah, this is a divorced guys kind of movie. I don't even know what to say to that. You're actually kind of right. Oh, I think we're actually going to get into fair criticisms here. Let's see. I honestly don't get why Misty Mountains had to die the way she died. Yes, Misty Mountains is a porn star, but still, no. I can only feel sorry for the actress that anyone writes this. But anyways, it was very heroic. The protagonist fought evil and won. Like FAF level heroic. I don't know what FAF stands for. FAF? No, that's FNAF.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Please, a person who only ever played Five Nights at Freddy's watches their first movie for the first time. In the case of the actors, this is definitely one for the money. In case of the director, I truly believe his soul left his body. A message to Shane Black's body. Quit writing and go play... What? Quit writing and go play 9-year-olds. I think they mean acting like a 9-year-old, like it's immature, but go play 9-year-olds is it's a rough sentence. I'm reading it verbatim, folks. Half-star review. These guys were not nice. No, they were kind of mean sometimes, weren't they? They said bad words sometimes, didn't they? Not very nice. Another valid complaint. Those guys weren't nice. Terrible writing and terrible directing from Shane Black. Honestly, this guy is a real creep. I wish Gosling and Crowe hadn't acted in this. They're so good in other films.
Has Shane Black done something nasty?
I don't think so. Shane Black himself, I don't think has allegations against him. What did you look up?
When you look up Shane Black, one of the suggested words is Predator. Shane Black.
He directed Predator. Oh, that made me dizzy. Oh my God. He was in Predator too. He was in the first one. Oh my God. I'd give it no stars if I could. Worst movie I've ever seen in my life. The way they kept putting a 12-year-old girl into sexual situations was fucking disgusting. I don't understand how people think this movie is cool. I'll grant that much. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair. Just because a movie is depicting seedy spots of Los Angeles, you don't have to portray stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and say that is weird of the movie. What did we learn here today? If you have bad opinions, I will make fun of you for them. People on Letterboxd, kind of dumb. Just because you watch a lot of movies doesn't necessarily make you a well-cultured person, because you could be watching a lot of stupid movies and you have stupid opinions, and I'm the only one here who has good opinions. If you disagree with me, hit the bricks, bitch. I don't give a shit. I needed a break from watching good, valid criticisms against movies I liked on Twitter, so I went and looked at some dumb ones on Letterboxd. If you use Letterboxd, just delete it. Delete the app off your phone.